Madeline, and I'm going to be walking you through this session today. Before we begin, I have some information for you, and I'm going to read it to make sure that I cover everything. You probably already have a good idea of why we asked you here, but let me go over it again briefly. We're asking people to try using a website that we're working on so we can see whether it works as intended. The session should take about an hour. The first thing I want to make clear right away is that we're testing the site, not you. You can't do anything wrong here. In fact, this is probably the one place today where you don't have to worry about making mistakes. As you use the site, I'm going to ask you as much as possible to try to think out loud, to say what you're looking at, what you're trying to do, and what you're thinking. This will be a big help to us. Also, please don't worry that you're going to hurt our feelings. We're doing this to improve the site, so we need to hear your honest reactions. If you have any questions as we go along, just ask them. I may not be able to answer them right away since we're interested in how people do when they don't have someone sitting next to them for help. But if you still have any questions when we're done, I'll try to answer them then. And if you need to take a break at any point, just let me know. With your permission, we're going to record what happens on the screen and our conversation. The recording will only be used to help us figure out how to improve the site, and it won't be seen by anyone except the people working on this project. And it helps me because I don't have to take as many notes. If you would, I'm going to ask you to sign a simple permission form for us. It just says that we have your permission to record you and that the recording will only be seen by the people working on the project. Thank you. Do you have any questions so far?
Nope.
Okay, before we look at the site, I'd like to ask you just a few quick questions. First, what's your occupation? What do you do all day? So, just tell me about your major and maybe some jobs you have on the site.
Okay, well, I'm a student. I'm an informatics major. I will be a junior in the fall, and I work at TCC as a consultant, and I also UI for I-210.
Wow, that's great. Now, roughly how many hours a week altogether, just a ballpark estimate, would you say you spend using the internet, including web browsing and email, at work and at home?
Probably like 14 a day?
Yeah, I feel like that's like a reasonable amount of time. And what's the split between email and browsing? A rough percentage.
Like 90 browsing, or like 95 browsing, 5% email.
Yeah, I feel like that's just something you just like check real quick and
Yeah.
off with your day. What kinds of sites are you looking at when you browse the web?
Reddit.
Reddit.
It's just about it.
What is that exactly?
It's just a message or like discussion.
Oh,
I don't really know how to explain it.
interesting.
Yeah.
Are there just a bunch of different random?
Just everything you could ever want.
Wow. And so this is one of your favorite websites?
Yes, very much.
Okay, great. We're done with the questions and we can start looking at things. First, I'm going to ask you to look at this page and tell me what you make of it. What strikes you about it, whose site you think it is, what do you do here, and what's it for. Just look around and do a little narrative. You can scroll if you want to, but just don't click on anything.
Okay. Well, it's got the like super basic modern theme template going on, where it's just like a picture with the very like box text in the middle. It's very like urban, or not urban, just like new.
Sans serif.
Yeah, style, like it's the very basic urban style. And I don't know why I keep saying urban. It's got a mailing list. I don't know a lot of people who ever really use a mailing list anymore.
So what are aspects that you see in the middle?
So it's got images, 4 cube images. There's text, but the text is very small and difficult to read if you don't have good vision. Like I can barely even read that one without getting very close. This appears to be a video that's been placed as an image. I find that very interesting.
Considering the rest are all images.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
This one it's just a bike. I'm not really sure how that fits in.
Just makes you curious to like want to tap on it all.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
These seem off center.
Oh.
Maybe not. Disregard.
Okay. So.
And it's a Squarespace site. So, okay, that makes sense.
Why does that make sense?
Very basic, just like modern template.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Now I'm going to ask you to try to do some specific tasks. I'm going to read each one out loud and give you a printed copy. I'm also going to ask you to do these tasks without search. We'll learn a lot more about how the website works then. And again, as much as possible, it will help us if you can try to think out loud as long as you go. So even if some of these are they'll get harder as they go. Some of them are kind of simplistic. Just like try to just say as much as you can. Okay, so find special event policy for reservation.
Okay, so I see one of the title or menu bar options is reservations, so I'm gonna go to that. And I hope it's there. If it's not, there's probably gonna be an issue. Next, I'm gonna be looking for something that says special events, because that's what I'm looking for. I find that in bold as a header, which is how it should be, and talks about the policy and said some Valentine's Day, graduation, and IU game day info.
Interesting. So that was pretty self-explanatory.
Pretty easy.
The steps. Was there anything at all that you found difficult or you would change slightly with this?
Nope, that was pretty easy.
Okay. So, thank you. So the next one is sign up for VIP email for Lennie's.
Okay, so I remember seeing the VIP mailing or the mailing list on the homepage. So I'm gonna go back to that and scroll back down where that was. I like that it's at the bottom and not in your face, because no one really wants to sign up for these.
But that's a good point.
Do I actually I'll just...
No, you don't have to actually type it in.
Just some blah and then subscribe. So
yeah, it's
pretty basic form to fill out. Very easy.
Yeah. Do you think there could be anything that would change possibly? Maybe not have it on their homepage, or do you think that's a good aspect?
I'd say maybe have like a button, a title, like a menu bar button.
Because people might not scroll all the way down.
Yeah, or just have it like next to the logo, a little separated. Because as you said, people might not scroll all the way down.
That's a good, right. So then they can automatically sign up and get updates and stuff. Okay, and then for our final one, we have leave a comment card on the website.
Interesting. Okay, a comment card on the website. I don't think I've ever done that. So I'm looking for something related to feedback. I would assume there'd be at the bottom, if not at the menu bar top. Don't see it either, so I'm gonna go for contact since it's content, so then they're gonna see.
They're giving feedback.
And I see a comment card header, so that's good.
So it looks like.
All right,
how do you get to the comment card though?
It doesn't really say. It just says without it, we never. Yeah, it doesn't really say how to get a comment card.
So you're okay.
You have to click on the link, and it's a survey.
Was that difficult for you to see?
That was very difficult for me to see. I did not even notice that. This is also not a comment card. This would be a survey.
Wow. And so they need to adjust that too a little bit.
Yeah. I also don't like how you have to give your email and name for filling out a survey. The survey should be anonymous.
Okay. Well, so you would change that just
slightly.
I
would make...
Do you think it was difficult for you to find...
Yeah, if it was a different color, having the hyperlink color...
finding that sentence is a little... Because you assumed it was going to be at the bottom, which makes sense.
I would assume reviews,
that's at the bottom of the website. Okay. Well... So... Thanks. That was very helpful.
No problem.
Do you have any questions for me now that we're done?
I do not.
Okay, well, I hope you have a great rest of your week.
Thank you, too.